Hello, this is Lady Flora, and there were some squirrels fighting behind me, making some cute noises. Hopefully they'll pop into the video and say hi. But today is our second Fiction Friday, or in this case, maybe we should say Non-Fiction Friday. This is one of my favorite books, as you can imagine. The National Audubon Society Field Guide to Florida. I love this book so much. I have learned so much from this book. You can pretty much just flip it open anywhere and there's something amazing. All kinds of butterflies, all kinds of birds, fish even, sea life, of course, lots of wildflowers, lots of trees, and it's just full of information. A couple of times they'll even tell you if something is edible, but usually they just tell you if it's toxic. So usually they just tell you what not to eat. It's not really that kind of book that tells you about edible weeds and things, although I do have a couple of books like that. This is not really for that purpose, but it's super informative. It's about things that grow all over Florida, and they don't seem to be things that are just indigenous. Here's an example on the bottom, the paper tree, or the punk tree as it's called, which, as you may know, is not indigenous to Florida, and a lot of people have allergies to it as well. It's got lots of pollen, so that's not indigenous to Florida, but since it's so common and it's everywhere and it's in marshes and everything, it's cool that they mention it in this book, because you're probably going to see it if you're in Florida. I don't know if you know about these trees, but from what I heard, they were planted in marshy areas to try and absorb some of the water, so I guess that's maybe where they get the name paper tree. Maybe people were thinking like they would absorb water like paper towels. But I highly recommend this book, not just for Florida, but wherever you live. Highly recommend that you get an Audubon Society field guide to whatever state you live in, because it's so awesome. You might see a bird every day and never know what it's called, and you just be like, oh yeah, that yellow bird that I see every day. And once you crack open this book and learn the actual name of it, it's just so inspiring to know what all these things are called. Look, there's a cormorant and there's an anhinga. This is where I learned how to tell the difference between a cormorant and an anhinga. So this book is very special to me. I highly recommend it. And yeah, so hopefully we can keep doing Fiction Fridays. Let me know what you think if you're a fan. I love to read, but I don't always have a lot of time to read. But the kind of books that I plan to talk about on Fiction Fridays are books that have to do with nature or animals or anthropomorphized animals, and also not just fiction but nonfiction, as you can see here. I make a vlog every day but Sunday, so I will see you tomorrow, but only if you subscribe. And in the meantime, go outside and have a sublime day.